it's Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to this interesting video. So I am not going to make this channel a booktube or a book type of channel. It's still going to be a crafting channel, but I do want to review a book today. And that is because I feel like it's very connected to what we do or what I do here in this channel, which is crafting. And it is called CRAFTULNESS. It's mend yourself by making things, and it's from Rosemary Davidson and Arzu Tossin. I hope I'm saying that right. And the way I read this, it seems like they're from Great Britain or somewhere in Europe. So I will make sure to link the book maybe in Amazon in the description box below if you want to check it out. But let me just tell you a little bit of history of where I found this and why it drew to me, or why I was drawn to it rather. So first of all, I love to read. That's kind of like one of my pastimes. I have a lot of hobbies, but that's one of the things that I like to do to decompress. And so one of my favorite places to go, of course, is the library. And I actually, because one of my favorite things is just to go through the new shelf. In our library, there's a shelf where they have new fiction, new nonfiction. I just want to browse through that and just kind of look. And I found this in the nonfiction area, and I was really pulled into because of the title, because it's craftfulness. And so I was reading the kind of synopsis in the back of the book, and basically what it is, it's not a how-to book. It's basically a look into crafting and how it affects us as human beings in the kind of psychologically, emotionally, and mental side of our being human. And so I just read this, and I actually, when I was reading it, if you could see, there's a tab right here, and this is just like the last one that I want to keep. But when I read this, I had my little post-it, and I had a ton of tabs over here because there were so many things that were written in this book that really resonated with me. And so that's why I felt like I needed to kind of talk about it. This is not at any way, shape, or form sponsored. And again, I don't do a lot of book reviews here. I do have a Goodreads account. If you all are also a reader and you're kind of interested in what I read, I'm just going to let you know though that I read sappy romantic genre, like Christian romance fiction. That's my genre. And the reason that I like that genre, it's because there's always a happy ending. I know that, those people would sometimes say bad things about the people that are obsessed with Hallmark movies and things like that, because it's very repetitive, or there's a formula that you can kind of see what's going to happen at the very end. But I like books that have a happy ending, because I feel like there's so many bad things that happens in the world that I don't want to be bogged down emotionally by something that I'm reading. So, because I do that already when I read the news. So anyways, so that's where I stand when it comes to books. But I do love nonfiction too, because I am kind of interested in how our mind works, how our psyche works, and all that good stuff. So just a few things that I like about this book. And I'm going to try not to segue too much and just try to keep this concise and to the point. So the first thing that I really like about this book is that it is written by crafters. So I feel like if you're writing a book, you have to know what you're writing about, right? And so these two, they're also editors. So they're in the publishing world. They deal, in their day jobs, they deal with words, they deal with books and writing. So they know that part, but also they are crafters as well. And they've been, they call themselves life, long-time crafters. That's what they've been doing for a lot of their adult lives, and that resonated with me, because then I know that these people that are talking in this book are my people, people that know who their audience is and what would resonate with me or with their audience. Okay, and then the second thing that I like about this book is that, not that I have anything against how-to books, because really we have a lot of those, and especially if you're starting a hobby, you need those kinds of books. But this is kind of, for me, it felt like a validation that what I do is healthy, is there's a positive um, result to it. It does something good to me, to the people that do crafting and hobby, and so I really like that. One of the things, one of my pet peeves is that, like, when I, and this was back in the day. Now I don't really, I guess because I don't really talk about that I scrapbook, or I don't really, like, that's not like the, my elevator speech that I say I am a scrapbooker or a crafter. That kind of comes later on when I'm getting to know somebody. But before, when I would say, oh yeah, I scrapbook and I'm crafting, and the first thing that they say was like, oh, I wish I had time for that. And that really, like, it's irritating to me, because I was a young mom, and I feel like I'm a homemaker, and I'm doing things, and it's like, it's not just I have all the time in the world, but somebody had given me an advice that I have taken to heart. And she said that, Grace, there's only 24 hours in a day, and it's just a matter of how we use those 24 hours. Everybody has that same amount of time, and it just depends on how we use it. So don't feel guilty that you're using some of that time for crafting, because you might be using that 2 hours for crafting, and somebody might be using those 2 hours for working out. Somebody might be using that 2 hours to spend on social media. Like, no judgments, right? Whatever we want to use our 24 hours. But I felt like when they say, oh, I wish I had more time, they assume that I don't have a life. And so reading this just makes me really, like, feel validated that it's okay if I'm crafting. It's okay if I have this hobby. Okay. And then another thing that I love about this book is that it actually tackles scientific research, which is really, like, interesting. Like, you would never consider crafting being connected to any scientific research, but it does, because of all of the positive emotional effects that crafting, or just tinkering with things, does to your psyche, to somebody's well-being. And I actually saved, this is my phone, and I'm in my Goodreads account, and I saved a ton of quotes from this book, because I really, really like, again, it resonated with me. And so one of the things that the authors were saying, that when they were not making something, they feel like something is off kilter. And that for me resonated really well, because that's how I am. When I haven't scrapbooked, like, the longest that I did not, like, create anything, whether that's just, like, painting or crocheting or cross stitching or knitting or something, like, when I'm not making anything with my hands, I think the longest that I've gone would be, like, maybe a week, maybe 10 days, because maybe I'm on vacation or something. But after that, I just feel like my world is just not right. And so if you're a crafter, it's okay to feel that, because that's part of you now. Your creativity is part of you, and so that's why you're feeling off kilter when you're not doing that. And here's an interesting thing. It says here, Andrew Brink of the Department of Psychiatry at McMaster University makes the plain and bold assertion that creativity is the original antidepressant. Now, I'm not saying, and this is one thing too that they said about in this book, is that we're not saying that crafting will fix all of your problems. Of course it does not. But I feel like there's truth to that. Let me tell you a story. When my husband lost his job he lost his job a few times, but I think this was in 2016. So in 2016, he lost his job, and so he was going through kind of a reinvention of himself, trying to find a new career and all that stuff. And so, and because, I mean, some people, they do retail therapy to kind of, make them feel better and all that stuff. But because we don't have money, and my husband just lost a job, I really just dived into crafting. Like, every night you would see me in my scrapbook room making something. And my husband even noticed it. And he's like, why are you always in there? Because I feel like that is the only place for me to, and they even said this in the book a lot of times, and I felt like they're saying the same things I felt. They're doing the same things that I did. Is that you know, when your hands are creating, it gives your mind permission to just think, to just wander, to just ponder things. And I felt like that was that for me, that this whole time, that instead of, you know, exploding or getting mad or getting like, oh, poor me, you know, I'm the victim here because my husband lost his job and all that good stuff. Like, instead of doing that, you are kind of taking a break and trying to process it logically in your head, all of those emotions that you have, so that when you are ready to talk about it, when you are ready to, you know, put it out there in the world, it's not just going to be a jumble of illogical or very emotional things. You know, it gives you time to just process. I think that's the best way that I could describe it, is it gives you time to process whatever you have to think about. And that was really helped me at that time, because it just allowed me to just go through that phase with hope that things will get better, and that we will get through it, and that my sanity will stay intact. So anyways, so that is some of the things that I like. Now, if you are a crafter and this has all resonated with you, and you do believe that it is like it helps you mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, then there's also the later parts of the book also talked about like how you can, you know, keep that flow. They talked about the flow, and they also talked about how, you know, like, if you're, it's okay when the mojo is not there. And if you are a crafter for many years, raise your hand, you know that you've had that instance where it's like it's just not coming to you, and they're like, it's okay, you have to accept that, you have to go with the ebb and the flow. And it's here is one thing that I like. It says here, remember, don't let a lack of belief in your creative abilities hold you back. All humans start from the same position of knowing nothing. So that really resonated to me too, because I consider myself a jack of all trades, master of none, because I really like to try all different crafts. But sometimes we get to a point that, and I've experienced this, I don't know if you have, but I get to a point where it's like, it's just my vision for this thing is not coming out the way I want it, or like I saw it in somebody's video or somebody's tutorial and it's just not the same. And we should not let that stop us from just trying. You just try and try until we succeed, right? That's the old adage. Okay, and sorry, I'm just kind of going through this. So anyways, I really liked this book. Oh, this is another one that I want to share. Okay, it says here that the difference between failure and succeeding is having a go. And those who try are 100% more likely to succeed than those who never pick up their needles, book a pottery class, or apply for a new job. We learn by trial and error. It is a cliche, but mistakes are an opportunity to improve. So I just hope that if you have the time, if you want to check out a nonfiction book that would help you feel like, yes, you know, what I'm doing here, all of this stuff that I've accumulated and I'm actually using, they are all good. They're all for the benefit of my soul and for my mind and for my happiness. So I hope that you guys like this book review. If you have any other nonfiction book that are related to crafting or our hobby, which is scrapbooking, paper crafting, card making, let me know in the description, in the comment section below, so I can check that out. And let me know if you like this kinds of videos, then maybe I'll do another review if I find a different book, or just let me know what has helped you to just keep on going with this scrapbooking. Like, what is the thing that just keeps you going with this hobby and this craft? So again, thank you so much for watching. If you like these videos, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, and make sure that you hit that bell button so that YouTube will notify you when I post a next video. Until then, happy crafting. Bye guys.